You've spent hours staring at your ceiling counting sheep that refuse to jump. It's a nightmare. You try the fancy pillows, the expensive masks, nothing works. But what if I told you that fixing your sleep is actually way easier than you think? No complicated sleep hygiene rituals, no banning your phone for a decade, just a few simple foods. The stickman is currently fighting his pillow like it's a WWE championship match. He's losing, badly. But then he eats a cherry and suddenly his brain just clicks off. Like a light switch, you don't need a miracle, you just need the right biological triggers. Your brain is essentially a chemistry set that's currently missing a few key ingredients. We're going to find them, and we're going to do it without making your life miserable. Ready to stop feeling like a zombie? Let's dive into the science of eating yourself to sleep. It starts now. You wake up feeling like you were hit by a freight train. Again, your brain is a fog of confusion. You try to survive the day on 6 espressos. The stickman's eyes are literally vibrating. He's seeing sounds. You've tried the warm milk. You've tried the boring podcasts. You even tried that one app that plays rain sounds, but it just sounded like a leaking faucet in a basement. It's frustrating. You're exhausted, but your mind is racing at 100 miles per hour. It's like your brain is hosting a rave and you weren't invited to the guest list. You just want to shut down, truly shut down, but instead you're just tossing and turning, searching for the cool side of the pillow like it's a hidden treasure. It feels impossible. But the real problem isn't your willpower, it's your fuel. Your body is screaming for help. Are you listening to it? You probably think melatonin is just a pill you buy at the pharmacy. Turns out nature does it better. Scientists call this the melatonin pathway. In plain English, it's your body's internal snooze button. When you eat tart cherries, you're giving your brain the raw materials to trigger sleep. The stickman tries to force himself to sleep by punching his own face. Fail, then he drinks tart cherry juice. Suddenly he turns into a soft, fluffy cloud, pure bliss. He's not just tired, he's biologically commanded to shut down. This isn't magic, it's just chemistry. By increasing your natural melatonin levels, you're telling your brain that the sun is gone and the party is over. You stop fighting your biology. You start working with it, but cherries are just the start. What happens when your muscles are too tense to actually relax? That's where the second secret comes in. Let's fix that. You've been told that sleep is this complex puzzle. You need the perfect temperature, the perfect darkness, the perfect alignment of the stars. It's exhausting just thinking about it. The stickman is reading a 1,000-page manual called How to Sleep. He's sweating, he's stressed, he's now even more awake. Wait, it's actually this easy. You don't need a PhD in sleep science. You don't need a bedroom that looks like a NASA laboratory. You just need to stop overthinking the process. Your body knows how to sleep, it just forgot the instructions. By adding specific nutrients, you're basically handing your brain a cheat code. No more fighting the sheets. No more staring at the clock at 3 a.m. You can literally eat your way to a better night. But wait, if it's this simple, why aren't you already sleeping like a baby? Because you're missing one critical mineral. Let's find it. You feel that tension in your shoulders, that restlessness in your legs. That's your nervous system stuck in high gear. Scientists call this magnesium deficiency. Plain translation, your muscles are acting like tight guitar strings. Almonds are packed with magnesium, which helps activate the GABA neurotransmitter. Think of GABA as the brake pedal for your brain. The stickman's arms are literally coiled springs. He's bouncing off the walls. Then he eats a handful of almonds. Pop. The springs vanish. He melts into the mattress like a piece of warm brie. He's not just relaxing, he's chemically silencing the noise in his head. When you give your body enough magnesium, you're telling your muscles to let go. The fight is over, you've won. But what about the mood? Because a stressed mind is a wide-awake mind. We need to fix your serotonin levels next. Ready for the fruit of sleep? Let's go. Let's look at the stickman's journey. First, he tries the desperate route. He drinks 10 coffees, then tries to sleep with a brick on his chest. Absolute failure, he's vibrating. Then he tries a strict no-screen rule, but he just stares at the wall and thinks about every embarrassing thing he did in 3rd grade. Still awake. Now the transformation. He adds tart cherries for the snooze button. He grabs almonds to stop the muscle twitching. He adds kiwis for the mood boost. And some fatty fish for the brain health. Suddenly the magic happens. He doesn't just fall asleep. He descends into a deep, satisfying void of restorative rest. He wakes up glowing. He has energy. He's practically superhuman. This is the power of biological alignment. You aren't fighting your body anymore. You're fueling it. But how do you actually implement this without turning your kitchen into a pharmacy? Here is the plan. You've spent years identifying as a bad sleeper. You think you're just wired differently. You've accepted the bags under your eyes as a permanent fashion choice. But that's a lie. You aren't a bad sleeper. You've just been an underfueled sleeper. The stickman is now wearing a royal crown and silk pajamas. He's the king of Napland. He looks serene, he looks powerful. When you fix your nutrition, your identity changes. You stop saying I can't sleep and start saying I know how to recover. This is the shift from struggling to mastering. You aren't fighting a battle against your brain, you're providing the tools it needs to do its job. Quality sleep isn't a luxury for the lucky few, it's a biological right that you can reclaim. You are now the architect of your own energy. But let's get practical. Here is your exact game plan, let's execute it. You don't need to overhaul your life, just follow these 4 steps. First, have a small glass of tart cherry juice 2 hours before bed. That's your melatonin trigger. The stickman sips the juice and his eyes droop. Second, snack on a handful of raw almonds in the evening. This is your magnesium brake pedal. The stickman relaxes his shoulders with a loud sigh. Third, eat 2 kiwis an hour before sleep. This boosts your serotonin for a mood shift. The stickman smiles peacefully. Finally, integrate fatty fish like salmon twice a week. This provides the omega-3s for long-term brain stability. The stickman's brain glows with a soft, healthy light. Simple, trackable, science-backed. You don't need to do all of this at once. Just pick one and start tonight. Your bed is waiting. But there's one more thing you need to know to make this permanent. Let's finish this. You've just taken the first step toward waking up feeling actually alive. It feels good, doesn't it? Knowing that the solution is just a few snacks away. But sleep is only one piece of the puzzle. What about your morning energy? What if you could wake up without needing a gallon of caffeine to function? We can fix that too. The stickman is standing in front of a clubhouse called the Stickman Health Club. He's waving you in. Join us. We make the boring science of health feel like a game you can actually win. No lectures, no torture, just simple wins that make you feel incredible. Hit that subscribe button to join the club and stop guessing your way through your health. Your next easy habit is waiting in the next video. Now go put your phone away, go eat some cherries, and for the love of science, go get some sleep. See you there.